Motivation Monday, guys. I am here in the park with my silly hat and my Jack Van B scarf because why would I not wear it, right? I made it and I love it and it's protecting me from the sun. I am in the park with those two doggies. Yeah. I started my Motivation Monday actually yesterday in my kitchen having breakfast. This is pretty much my almost everyday breakfast. Dark bread, some carrots, some cucumbers, some peppers, definitely salad, avocado on top of my bread. I don't use butter ever. Some onion, some tomatoes, and it's freaking delicious. And my coffee, because it's my favorite breakfast. But I decided not to do it in my kitchen. I had an awesome day yesterday. I got invited to go to Redondo Beach to see a friend of mine to collaborate on a song. Normally, I would not do another collaboration until I finish a bunch of songs, which I am totally, fully booked out. Actually, I have a lot of songs to finish, a lot of collaborations, which is really exciting and overwhelming at the same time. But I decided to do it because A, she lives by the beach, she's a cool chick, and Sundays are supposed to be my little fun days where I do something, that's not necessarily just work. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna write a song, which is work, and then I'm also gonna see the ocean, breathe in the ocean breeze, which was so amazing. She lives right by the ocean. Wow. I am in paradise. I wanted to tell you guys about something that's been on my mind, and I see so many people giving up on their dreams. The easiest and the fastest way to grow old is to stop doing the things you love. Stop doing the things that make you happy. And so many people do that. You think that, I'm too old to start now, or I'm too old to keep doing this. And the truth is, you're never too old to do anything. The only time that it's really too late to do anything is when you freaking drop dead. Until then, your life is waiting for you. Your life is here for you to live. So why not live it? Why not go for your dreams? When I came out to Los Angeles, I wanted to be rich and famous, the next Lady Gaga. I wanted to play Madison Square Garden. And trust me, that dream is still in the back of my mind. I'm like, oh my God, I still want to do this, right? But realize that just because you're not a famous artist or a famous painter, a famous fashion designer, doesn't mean you can't be successful, that you can't make something out of your dream that will impact other people, right? Fame is so subjective because there's people that are making bank in the music business that nobody's even heard of, and they're making millions of dollars every year from music placements, Zayd Wolf or Ruel. And I'm sure people in the sync business know these guys and girls, but a lot of people don't know them, right? They just see what the media shows us, all the very popular artists, and I'm happy for each and every one of them. But everybody's path is different. But when you shut yourself off from doing the things you love, that's when your soul is dying. That's when your soul is so unhappy and unsatisfied that you just don't have the pleasure, the fun, the excitement anymore, that spark, that you had when you were young and full of dreams and hopes. So who says you can't be full of dreams and hopes in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, in your 70s, in your 80s? There's people that start a business with being in the 80s. So my message to you is just never stop dreaming, never stop believing, never stop doing the things you love, because as long as you're alive, you can do the things you love. Even if they don't make you a lot of money, suck it up and do that one little job that makes you, gives you a little bit of security, if that's what it takes. But make time to do the things you love. Take time to daydream. Take time to fantasize about things you would love to do. And then why not do them? Why not? You know what? The older you get, the wiser you are. And the more inspirational you're going to be to somebody who's young, seeing you doing something that is pretty freaking impressive. Why? And first and foremost, do it for yourself, of course, And honestly, guys, music for me, after I let my band go, it's always been a love-hate relationship. Why would I say that? Because of course I love music. It's something I would do for free because it satisfies me. It makes me happy. It gets me in that zone, you know. That's where I'm truly happy, when I'm performing and when I'm writing music. But I also hate it sometimes because it is about luck. It is about the business part that can be really cliquey and can be who you know. And it can be shady and all that kind of stuff, but I don't focus on that too much, you know what I mean? It can be frustrating when you don't get that placement that you wanted. Of course it gets frustrating. But does it stop me from doing that? No. Because I still have that dream that I can make it happen. And honestly, I am not famous, but I've been making a living doing vocal coaching, doing my music thing, right? So yes, it's not how I wanted it to be or how I thought it's going to be, but I'm still at it, and I'm never going to give up. I'm never going to give up until I'm dead. And do I want to quit? All the time. All the freaking time. I'm going to be straight with you. Trust me. There's many times I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm going to step away. And there is a saying, right? Like, doing the same thing over and over is insanity. So when something doesn't work, of course we have to change course. We have to try something different. That's why I gave up my band Otto's Daughter, because it wasn't working anymore. And I figured, you know what, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do my solo project. I'm gonna maybe try a different band at some point. I'm gonna do something different. This is just not working anymore. Or change your strategy. And if you're just doing it for a hobby, even better. Sometimes things really happen when you just see it as a hobby, right? But please, guys, that's the fastest way you grow old. When you give up dreaming, when you give up fantasizing, when you give up doing the things you love because you think you have to only do the things that you have to do to survive. That is not living. So if you want to travel the world, pack your freaking bags and go. You'll figure it out. What's the worst that could happen? And that was the cool conversation I had with my collaborator last night. And actually that is in our song, because we talked about all that stuff. And she's like, I always ask myself, what's the worst that could happen? And what is the worst that could happen? You end up broke and someone has to fly you back home. That's pretty much the worst thing that could happen, right? So somebody will help you. If you are, unless you're like a total like fuck up and screwing people over all the time, people will help you when you're really in the crunch and you need someone to help you. So don't let fear stop you from living your dream, from doing the things you love. And it doesn't mean that you have to quit your job tomorrow and, try to be in a circus when you've never even like done any circus work. But maybe you can just start taking a few classes or watch YouTube videos and learn a little bit about that. Do some exercises, do some yoga, do some stretching, do some stunts, like whatever is your burning desire, whatever it is that you always wanted to do it now. Start today, one step at a time, and see what happens. And success really is subjective. It is whatever makes you happy. It doesn't have to be fame. It can just be that you just make enough money to get by, but you're happy. You know what I mean? Because your happiness should always come first. Your sanity should always come first. Your health should always come first, because that's what's keeping you young and vital and energized. Love you guys so much. You have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you probably on Wednesday, because I have a favor to ask and I'm gonna talk about it then. Love you guys. Mwah. Have an amazing week, and do what you love in the comment sections below. Let me know what you would really love to do if there were no limitations. Maybe I can help you. Talk to you soon.